welcome back to Nurture and Rest, where chaos meets calm. In my previous video, I talked about how I missed being my old self before I became a mom and how I'm starting to incorporate little aspects of my old life in this new chapter. And today I wanted to share how I finally started getting back into the habit of reading again and how I had to completely change my expectations of what I defined as reading before. So I'm somebody who loves books. Even the smell of a new book is really puts me at peace. And I had to kind of completely stop reading ever since I got the baby because there just wasn't enough time, and I'm someone who can like sit down and read chapter over chapter over chapter, even if it takes the whole day, or maybe I'll stay up late at night reading and not getting enough sleep. I would read a book while I'm eating. Just I would always have a book with me, and I would read like more than 5 books a year, and that's how I defined reading. If I didn't have enough time to, if I didn't at least have an hour to myself to read, then why bother? I mean, for me, it wasn't even worth starting a book, and that's how it's been like ever since baby was born. And I I realized that I need to change that because um, I missed reading, honestly. I would open my book cupboard and see all these books that I haven't read, the new books that I bought to myself but I haven't read, and I was thinking, what am I doing? I mean, these books are just waiting to be read, and I'm making excuses that I don't have time, but I'll never have enough time in this new role as a mom because there's always something to do. It's either taking care of the baby, taking care of the house, running errands, doing my job, and there's always something to be done. And if I make time an excuse, I'll never read. And I realized I had to break that, and so I decided I'll just take it one step at a time. So now I'm going to share with you some practical tips that worked for me, that got me back into this reading habit. And the first thing I did was find a book that is small, that is simple enough that I won't take up too much time reading. And I don't know if the new generation will recognize this, but if you're a millennial or if you're someone who grew up before my generation, then you know Archie comics. And since I was small, I really liked reading Archie comics because it was just very simple. It's a very light read. There's not much story to it. It's quick, it's simple, it's fun. And this helped me because I could read like a short what do you call these, like episodes or chapters. I could read a few of them while the baby was napping, or while I was quickly grabbing breakfast, or just before I went to bed. And when I finished reading this book, this was an accomplishment, honestly, because there are a few stories in here, and if I can finish a book this size, then I have time. I realized I do have time. That was just an excuse I made up in my head. Then I can go on to reading bigger books that are not so simple as this. So the first step was finding a book that's simple and fun. And my next tip was to keep the book where I could see it daily, whether it was on my nightstand or my work desk, or so somewhere in my bedroom where I had access, where my toddler could grab for it and go and hide it or take it as a play toy. Because he did that with one of my books. I'll show which one later. I kept it somewhere where only I can access it, and I tried to read for at least 10 minutes every day. Um, Usually I have breakfast at my work desk just before I start work. So I had a few minutes there where I would just sit down, and instead of scrolling on my phone, I would pick up the book instead and read a few pages at most until I finish my breakfast and then start work. So that I tried to continue on for several days, and that really stuck. So that also was a very helpful thing for me. Next helpful tip I have for you is to pick a book that you really, really, really want to read or have been wanting to read for a while now. And for me, that there were two books actually. So this one, it's all shriveled up in places because this is one book that my toddler used to grab and run because there are pictures in here. So since he can't understand the words, it has a lot of pictures that interest him. So this is one book that I really wanted to read. I got it after I got the baby, so I couldn't read this. I didn't have it with me when I was pregnant. This is something that I really wanted to spend time reading. It's also a collection of short stories. It's a Sinhalese translation of Sherlock Holmes. So it's also nostalgic for me because it's written in Sinhalese. So every time I missed home, this is a good way to kind of connect. And I really tried to make time to read this book. And another one that I really, really wanted to read was recommended to me by one of my good friends, and that's this book, Girl in Translation. It's about an immigrant family and the struggles they had when they were growing up, and that girl's story. So this is also kind of relatable to me because I'm also from a different country. My home is far away. So this also was something that I really wanted to read. I started reading this book only this year, like towards the middle of this year, and I've been having this book since forever, but just didn't get to it. My fourth tip for you would be to start small. Even if it's 5 minutes or 10 minutes that you can spare in your day, take it for yourself. You'll feel guilty, no doubt, because there are so many other things you can do during that time, and the last thing you feel like doing is taking a tiny pocket of time for yourself. But it's needed because that's for you, and you need some time for you as well while taking care of everyone else. And that's what I did, just 10 minutes every day during breakfast. That was the time that I could make it a routine, and I knew for sure always I will have that 10 minutes while I'm having breakfast. And yeah, just start small. I'm trying to increase the time gradually. Whenever I can, I would now try to read, but yeah, I started small. My fourth tip for you would be to start small. Even if it's 5 minutes or 10 minutes that you can spare in your day, take it for yourself. You'll feel guilty, no doubt, because there are so many other things you can do during that time, and the last thing you feel like doing is taking a tiny pocket of time for yourself. But it's needed because that's for you, and you need some time for you as well while taking care of everyone else. And that's what I did, just 10 minutes every day during breakfast. That was the time that I could make it a routine, and I knew for sure always I will have that 10 minutes while I'm having breakfast. And my last tip would be is to just show up and do it. No excuses. If reading is what you want to do, then grab a book and read it. If reading is not your thing, but you like listening to audiobooks, then that works as well. If you can maybe listen to a book while you're taking the baby for a walk, or while you're in the shower, I don't know what works for you. For me, I'm more of a visual learner, so I need to physically see the words, otherwise it doesn't register in my brain. But whatever works for you, whatever you like doing for yourself, time is not an excuse. Time, I mean, you will never have time. You will have time, but you will never have the big chunks of time that you used to have, because now you have more responsibilities, and there's always people depending on you. But you will find little pockets of time in your day, and while the baby is napping, it's like the best time, because the whole house is quiet and baby's sleeping, so that time opens up for you. And if you can, I know it's hard when you see like so many things that you need to attend to, but start small. Like I said, just maybe 10 minutes or 20 minutes if that's all you can afford. Take it for yourself, and you'll thank me later because that's what works for me, at least. So I hope these 5 tips will help you as well to get back into your normal self, somewhat normal self at least. Just wanted to end the video showing you what I've accomplished in reading this year so far. It's September now. The year just flying by, and I'm quite proud of what I've achieved, because last year at this time I haven't read anything at all, and now I've read 4 books for the whole year, and I'm on my 5th one, so it's a huge deal for me. One really can't be counted as a book, but it's still like it has several stories, and still it's what I started out with. So this really helped me move on to the bigger, more serious reads. So Archie Comic is one. Definitely my Sinhalese translation of Sherlock Holmes. That was a big achievement because I really wanted to read this book. And then I read Moved On to Girl in translation. It's also a really good read. I hated the ending, but that's because I'm a mom myself, so I hated the ending. I'm not going to spoil you with what the ending is, but it's a really, really good read. It's a bit of a serious story, emotional, but it's really nice, especially if you live in New York. If you've been to New York, then this kind of you can kind of connect with this book. And the next book that I did not like, but I completed it, was Tangerine. This was not recommended to me or anything. I just saw it on Amazon. It was on sale, and I wanted to I didn't know what the story was at first, so I just wanted to kind of try a different kind of genre. It's okay. It's not a great read or a beautiful story or anything like that. Again, did not like the ending, but I somehow managed to complete it, so which is the whole point. So these are the 4 books that I've finished reading, and I just started reading this, which is also a great read. I love Sarah Morgan's books. I have like a whole collection of her books, and there's also Sleepless in Manhattan. If you've been to New York, if you live in New York, then you can really connect with the things oops. You can really connect with this book. So yeah, I'm still like on the, I think, yeah, I'm still on chapter 2. I have been for about 2 weeks now, so that's my progress. It takes me weeks and weeks to finish a book, whereas in my previous life I would have finished this in like 2 days. This is just nothing for me, but this is my new life now, and I've accepted that and I've adapted that, and that is how I'm reading with 0 time. So until I see you all next week, thank you for watching my videos. If you like this channel, please subscribe if you like my content. If you have any feedback for me, if you would like to share your experiences, drop them in the comments below. hit a like to my videos, and until next week, bye bye.